Did you ever think or feel sometimes that life seems like a simulation? It's like in the Matrix. And not in like the bad way, like the government. We're working 9 to 5s every day and we're always being manipulated. Not that kind of Matrix. Sometimes life just feels like a simulation. Like weird coincidences happen, like the weirdest stuff. And the weirdest, like, mind freak, like, what? You start to think if life is actually, a dream, like simulation or matrix or something. What I'm here to talk about, by the way, I'm Chris Killeen. I've been doing this 100 videos thing so I could get better at speaking. So, today's video, what I'm talking about is just life in general, like how it works, and how we have progressed and studied life itself. Because I'm starting to think that life is a simulation of a kind. Because look at the how things work, like cause and effect. Like if you read like the laws of the universe, all of those concepts have been written in books, used by physicists, used by artists, used by religions, used by everything. And it's very, very like weird to a point because there's this law of polarity, where it talks about one thing always has an opposite, like a polar opposite, like the yin and yang. Both are polar opposite. And what I'm just saying is, it's kind of scary how every time physicists like talk about something and their studies are getting deeper, and as deeper as they get, like they don't like show their studies that like publicly anymore. I don't know if no one cares, if they're really keeping it a secret. There's these things like quantum entanglement theory, not theory, like quantum entanglement. It's basically like you put like two electrons together, like two little things, very, very little things. I'm just making it simple for you guys. And if you take one and throw it away, like 10 universes, 10 planets away, if you change how one electron spins, one will follow too, like how fast it will spin. Like, wow. If you entangle two things, even though how far it is, it always like attracts and follows. Hey, why did you say that fact? It was just a fun fact. Back to law of polarity. Law of polarity is two exact opposites. What I'm thinking about is science and religion. It's always been like polar opposites in terms of everything. But the more you get into science, the more you think about spirituality, where you think like science and spirituality are just like two sides of the same coin. And when you talk about science, how does the world start? What makes the world go? How did everything start? Why does the universe keep expanding? What's happening? And the explanation is there's some mystical, like unlimited power out there, like doing all of this stuff. because there is a law, or like in science or religion or anything, that energy, you can't destroy energy. You can only like convert it into another form of energy. And that's very simple to understand. Like, if you put fire onto ice, the ice will not like be gone in an instant. Like, poof. No, it becomes water or gas that you can't see, but still the energy is there. So with that concept, you then you think about, why does the universe keep expanding? What's like making this happen? You start to realize that science does believe that there is a God in a way, because as far as the research goes, all the studies shows that there's a higher being, higher power making things happen. And you can't tell me that's not believing in God, spirituality. It's just that it's so crazy to think about that. Like how science and religion are so different, but yet so very much the same. It's kind of impossible to not believe in God if you think about like that reason. Because even if science proves that there is a higher power and religion believes in a higher power, it's kind of dumb that you don't believe in anything. I'm not saying like, oh, believe that there's an afterlife. I'm just saying there is laws in the universe. Like, energy converts into something. Even science says that. And it's hard to believe that our mind and consciousness will just be gone. No, we'll just be part of the universe. We'll still be a part of us, will still be here somewhere. And if you really think about that, there is an afterlife. As long as our energy is still floating around, a part of us will always be here. Not just physically, mentally. Because it's like the one great thing about us is our minds and the intellect that we have. We take for granted how great the human mind is. Because in terms of energy, our mind is like, we can make anything happen as humans. We have the intellect to do it. Because animals don't really have that much wisdom. They have brains to manifest things, but they only think small, they only think to survive. But us humans, we are so like great that we use our mind to generate things in any way. And we evolve because of that. Because everything has energy, everything has a vibration. Even scientists say that. Even the spiritual people believe that, like, everything has a spirit, energy, vibration. It's just the same thing. And the same energy attracts. Like how spiritual people believe in soulmates, and how, scientists with other their studies, everything that is in alignment with each other, in vibrational alignment, will always attract each other. And the great thing about the human mind is we can dictate what we attract, because we are aware as human beings of what's happening. We have a better understanding of everything. And we take that for granted. We put ourselves in this box that we will never amount and we will never reach that vibration. But just think, it's just that easy. Controlling our, having control of our mind, our body, is just like steps you need to take to become the next level. Own yourself. Because the human mind is so great that we can, just a simple mindset change will change your life. Because energy attracts what you are aligned with. As long as you align with something with gratitude, happiness. I'm not saying fake your way through it. I'm just saying find your way to it mentally. If you can't do it physically, find it mentally. Change the perspectives. It's a big step, but it works. Because the funny thing about life is it's just that simple. The irony is everything is so simple. We as humans just make it so complicated for ourselves. We make up this system that we have instead of like taking time to make the world a better place. We make things more complicated and more complicated every generation because of people trying to have more power, I guess. What I'm just saying is life is like a simulation, because maybe it is. Because whatever you think about, what you attract, aligns with you. And it feels weird as you like make it a lifestyle that you are aware of that, and you're aware of the polar opposites that actually are in harmony. Because there's also this law, like law of gender, that duality of a person. It's like the polar opposite thing, but it just tells you that you will have like a higher perspective, higher awareness, higher vibration if you accept both parts of yourself and live with them in harmony. And by doing so, you accept everything about yourself, accept the duality of everything. Things aren't that complicated, but we make it so complicated. Like how we make society, how society views stuff, like breaks apart the harmony. Like men can't cry, men can't show emotion, or else have the ick. Like women can't do a man man things. Like women can't do manual labor. Or like women in general, or like I can't do manual labor. I'm a woman. Hey, yeah, maybe you can, but it's not because you're a woman. That's just because you don't want to. There are definitely women out there who work hard, and trust me, I know. I lived in the Philippines. There's a lot of working women out there. How we don't appreciate more and more. If you want to take a women working hard and doing manual labor, just take a look at countries that are in poverty. Then you'll see like a lot of women work more harder in manual labor. So yeah, you got to accept this duality, the polar opposites and energy attracting everything. As soon as you accept and follow that rules, Soon you will learn that life is like a simulation. Everything has patterns, which leads us to the laws of rhythm. It just talks about patterns and how things repeat. Because when energy attracts the same things, it flows on a wave. And with every law in the universe, you're going to start to see patterns. That's where the law of rhythm is born. I'm just saying life is just like a simulation. Every book that you're going to read is going to contain at least one of the laws of the universe, but probably not one. Every book probably uses all of it. And I'm just saying you gotta study it. You know, XXX Tentacion, he was right. And just be authentic with it. Be real with yourself. That's just the thing that you need to do. You know, RIPX, he will be missed. See you guys in the next video.